Well, welcome back to this edition to Radio Chat. It's been a long time since I made a video, and I have a couple things that I wanted to show you tonight, and just kind of playing around here in the radio room. Tonight I wanted to show a couple of resources that are easily found online, and maybe others have shown these before. If you're doing medium wave listening, to figure out what you're listening to. So I thought that I would tune here in the evening. Here's in my local area, I got 770, which is a very strong signal. And I'm just going to find something that's really weak. It's nighttime here, so I'm going to turn my gain all the way down. And let's see what we find. Here on the dial, that's a local station. Let's see them. I know what that is. Okay, so I passed over a couple stations that I knew what they were. This is 680 AM. I have no idea what this is. And again, here it is at almost 10 o'clock at night. So how would I find out what this is? Now, you can discern a lot just by listening for a station ID, certainly by clues in the programming. But if you listen closely, you'll hear that there's a couple different stations in there. So I have no idea what that is. So how would we find out what that is? So let's take a look at, let's leave that on low. Let us take a look at a resource here. A couple of different things. Let's try this one. This is radio-locator.com that you can plug in and do a search. There's a number of ways you can search a radio station on medium wave. You can search by city or your zip. You can go, if you know the call letters, you can plug those in, format, etc. I find it's best to go down here to the advanced search, and you can type in the frequency. So we've been listening to 680. We don't have any idea what it is, and so let's do a search for that. Okay. Now, it might be surprising to you, it found 39 matching stations, and a bunch of these are in Canada, and they're listed alphabetically by call sign, so it could be the station out of Toronto. It's not likely Edmonton or Winnipeg or Grand Falls. It's certainly not likely any of these K stations, although I suppose it's possible under some circumstances. But I don't know. Here's KCBM in Baltimore. It's a possibility it's that. Binghamton, New York. Let's see, let me go to the next page. Gives you a lot of options of possibilities of what the station might be. There's also the Mexican stations as well. So Radio Locators is really a pretty cool tool that, as you see on that frequency, it just shows you a long list of all of the stations operating on that frequency. You can go to the station website. You can click on FCC data. You can even, here's a column here for the bit casting. You can go to the live stream. So this is a great resource, lots of information here, but it doesn't exactly tell you that what you're listening to you have to, you obviously have to do some homework after the fact. So Radio Locators is a great place to start. A place that I really like, and I discovered this fairly recently, is the station nf8m.com. U.S. medium wave pattern references. Boy, this looks like an interesting site put out by amateur station NF8M. And what these are pattern maps that are based on Google Maps with the FCC ground wave and sky wave patterns put in. So very interesting, and I'll show you why this very much appeals to me. I'm going to go to the nighttime list, and I'll find that every frequency on the AM dial is listed. So we were listening to 680, and here we have, oh, isn't this interesting? Look at that. This is what the country looks like at night visually, and I like the visualization. That's helpful for me. I'm a kind of visual kind of guy. So let me go over here to my neck of the woods, which is in northern Jersey, and let's zoom in a bit. And you can see this might not be the most helpful thing, but more than likely what I am not listening to is actually none of these stations. These are skywave patterns, generally speaking, which is how I'm going to receive these at night. None of these are reaching my area, which is right about here, but I can take a guess at what they might be. It's probably not, these stations out here, although it's hard to say. But sometimes this visualizing in this way is helpful. Oh, that's an interesting visualization. You can see this big gun out here in San Francisco, which would be that would be a real fun to catch if I could maybe do it overnight. But I'm guessing this is probably, I don't know, might be this Boston station, but I'm guessing it, I don't know. We're going to have to listen to it a little bit more closely. Let's go back here. WRK, I thought I heard a WRK something. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and listen to it for a long time in this video. Let's see what it could be. WRKO. That's what it was. I heard the WRK in there, and that's what I was listening to out of Massachusetts. So you can see that the pattern is designed to go northeast, but I'm hearing a bit off the back end down here in Jersey. So kind of if you're into visuals, this is www.nf8m.com pattern maps is really a cool site. And like I said, you have all the frequencies here, and you can also get the if you go back here and go to the daytime list. Let's just take a look at what the daytime ground wave pattern looks like for 680. and you can see that see how different that same frequency looks during the day. Again, WRKO is going kind of out to sea, mostly on the New England coast. Actually, during the day, I'm more likely to hear WINR out of Binghamton, still with some difficulty. But you can see what the possibilities are visually just by looking at these pattern maps. So that's my little presentation tonight. I hope this has been helpful, and you can tune in more. Tune in again for some more compelling, interesting radio videos. This is Tom at Radio Chat, and thanks for tuning in.